Hi everyone, welcome back to the Good to Know channel, where we dig into those natural health secrets that could totally shift how you take care of yourself. Today we're tackling something that got me fired up. Why aren't statins being replaced by this miracle enzyme called nattokinase? I mean, the research is out there showing that it can outperform statins in key ways, yet it's not making headlines. It's honestly shocking. If you're into these kind of game-changing insights that challenge the usual advice and you want more of them, hit that subscribe button now. It helps the channel grow so that I can keep sharing this stuff with you all. Alright, let's dive in. Heart disease is still claiming way too many lives, and we're all familiar with statins as the go-to fix for cholesterol and plaque. But what if there's a natural enzyme that's been around for centuries, quietly doing a better job at breaking down clots, cleaning arteries, and supporting your heart without side effects? That's nattokinase. It's a protein-digesting enzyme pulled from natto, a traditional Japanese food made by fermenting soybeans. Your body loves it because it acts like a natural blood thinner, targeting that sticky fibrin protein that builds up clots and plaque. It helps dissolve excess buildup in your arteries, improves blood flow, and even fights inflammation. Basically, it's like giving your cardiovascular system a gentle scrub from the inside. Now, before we go any further, let's talk about soy, because I know there's a ton of noise out there saying it's bad for you. Soy is just a legume packed with protein, fiber, and nutrients. But the myths come from its misunderstandings about its plant compounds called isoflavones. They're phytoestrogens, which are way weaker than any human estrogen and don't mess with your hormones like some claim. In fact, studies show moderate soy intake can actually support heart health, lower bad cholesterol, and even reduce menopause symptoms in women without raising breast cancer risk. The key is fermented soy, like in natto, where the fermentation process breaks down potential irritants, boosts beneficial bacteria for your gut, and makes nutrients more available. Unlike processed soy isolates in junk food, fermented versions like natto are anti-inflammatory powerhouses. So no, soy isn't the villain, especially when it's fermented into something as beneficial as nattokinase. It's been a staple in Japan for ages, and their low heart rate disease rates speak for themselves. So how does nattokinase actually help with your heart? Well, it shines in breaking down fibrin, that rope-like protein in clots, preventing blockages that lead to heart attacks or strokes. Research shows that it can lower blood pressure by making your blood less thick and sticky, and it helps with lipid profiles by dropping bad LDL and triglycerides while boosting good HDL. Plus, it's anti-atherosclerotic, meaning it keeps plaque from hardening your arteries. Imagine better circulation to your brain and legs, no more numbness or fatigue from poor blood flow. But what really hits home is the evidence from studies. For instance, a 2022 clinical study with over 1,000 participants found that a high dose of nattokinase, around 10,800 fibrolytic units per day, reduced artery plaque by 36% in just a year, way outperforming statins with the typical 11 to 15% in similar timeframes. Another review, a randomized trial, showed it effectively lowered blood pressure in hypertensive folks and supports overall cardiovascular markers without the muscle pain or fatigue statins often cause. Even animal studies back this up, with nattokinase preventing plaque buildup in models of atherosclerosis. While results can vary based on dose and individual factors, these peer-reviewed findings from places like Frontiers in Cardiovascular Medicine and PMC articles point to a real potential for cleaner arteries and lower heart risks. These aren't just lab theories, they're from tests on real people dealing with high cholesterol or early plaque. Getting started is straightforward and affordable. Most folks see benefits at 8,000 to 12,000 fibrolytic units per day. Start with 4,000 units a day on an empty stomach, like first thing in the morning and before bed, to avoid stomach acid breaking it down. You can find it in capsules or even eat natto if you can handle the slimy texture. About 50 to 100 grams a day gives you a solid dose. Go for high quality, non-GMO sources, and if you're on blood thinners like aspirin or warfarin, definitely chat with your doctor or healthcare practitioner first, since it enhances thinning effects. I would recommend pairing with vitamin D3 and K2 for synergy and pulling calcium from the arteries, and adding omega-3s and a low-sugar diet to amp up results. Stick with it for at least 4 to 6 weeks, as many report feeling that tickle of better flow as buildup loosens. But here's the question that's been nagging at me. Why is this supplement not being talked about from the rooftops? Why are doctors aware of the supplement instead of pushing heart medications and statins? It's cheap, natural, backed by decades of research, and even the FDA recognizes its safety for general use. Yet, when it comes to heart claims, it's crickets. Maybe there's no big patent or profit margin like with statins. We've seen guidelines shift on things like eggs or fats, but this stays buried. it definitely makes you question if simple fixes get sidelined because they don't fit the pharma model. I'm not saying drop your medications. Always consult with your doctor or healthcare practitioner, but what I've seen, Nattokinase deserves a spotlight. There you have it, friends, the miracle enzyme that could change the game for your heart. If this sparks something, give it a share it with a loved one, and drop your thoughts below. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time on the Good to Know channel. Stay heart healthy, guys.